Who are you? You don't know. Don't tell me Negro, that's nothing. What were you before the white man named you a Negro? And where were you? And what did you have? What was yours? What language did you speak then? What was your name? It couldn't have been Smith or Jones or Blunt or Howard. That wasn't your name. They don't have those kind of names where you and I came from. No, what was your name?
Who are you? You don't know who you are. My brother's busy riding clean, trying to live ghetto stars, while I struggle in black queens with kids, no fathers, on welfare.
We are in our Hebrew History Month.
Hallelujah.
Excuse me, special, which the world calls Black History.
Yeah.
But it's really talking about us, the Hebrews, as black people. So my Iysh several years ago renamed this month to what it actually is.
Hallelujah. Praise the mighty Yahshua.
And we were looking at the fact that we're talking about Hebrews during this month called Black History.
Okay.
Because Yahweh made himself known, the creator of the universe, he made himself known to the Hebrews.
Yahweh,
And he set up the Hebrew nation, which is also the nation of Israel, as his spokespeople in the earth.
Hallelujah.
So we want to start again out in Exodus, the 3rd chapter. I'm going to start out in Exodus, 3rd chapter. And we're looking at how Yahweh made himself known to the Hebrews. Yahweh showed us that the first human being he called the Hebrew was Abram, whose name was later changed to Abraham.
That's right.
And he became the father of the Hebrews on earth because he obeyed Yahweh.
That's it. That's all he asked us to do.
And he taught his children
yes, he did.
to
Just
obey
like
Yahweh. Because of who Yahweh is, and because of who he and we are,
yes,
which is Yahweh's people.
Yes, we are.
All right, Exodus, the 3rd chapter. We want to start reading at verse 4. Now, we're going to look at now Yahweh talking to different Hebrew men and women, but we're just going to deal with the men now because we want the Hebrews to understand that there's an order that Yahweh set up in the earth.
Yes, he did.
And he put the man in a position over the woman to direct her.
That's it.
And to help her understand what the plan of Yahweh is.
That's it. Yahweh, so lambs can know.
And when the man fell, man and woman, in the Garden of Eden, Yahweh let us know what the position of the man was. If the man hadn't listened to the woman and had said, no, we can't, I can't do this, let's go ask Yahweh what to do.
That's
and not eat or partake of that forbidden fruit, then there would have been a whole different scenario.
Oh, yes.
Because Yahweh put the man in a certain position to direct and to let the women know exactly what's going on. And part of what's going on now, the fall, is because man did not stay in his rightful position to direct and take the head. All right, Exodus, the 3rd chapter. We're looking at Yahweh making himself known to the Hebrews. And we are Hebrews, so he lets himself be known to us.
Yes, he has.
That is when we come back to become spiritual.
That's it.
When we come back to Yahweh.
Hallelujah.
When we come back to our original roots and accepting who we are, start standing up and representing him like he wants himself to be represented.
Hallelujah.
Exodus 3, let's start at verse 4, please.
And when Yahweh saw that he turned aside to see, Elohim called him out of the midst of the bush and said, Moshe, Moshe. And he said, here am I.
All right, so we as human beings, Yahweh has to get our attention first. We have to stop and pay attention. It says when Yahweh saw that Moshe, he's talking about, turned aside to see about this burning bush, Elohim called him out of the midst of the bush in Amar, Moshe, Moshe. Then Moshe answered him, here I am. So first Yahweh has to stop us and get our attention. Then he can talk to us and make himself known to us. Then the first thing he tells us is that we need to come back. We need to repent and be baptized in the name of Yahshua. and find out what we're here on earth for. That's the first thing he's going to tell us.
Yes.
All right, verse 5.
And he said, draw nigh hither, put off thy shoes from off thy feet, for the place whereon thou standest is holy ground.
Verse 6.
Moreover, he said, I am the Elohim of thy father, the Elohim of Abraham, the Elohim of Yishkar, and the Elohim of Yaakov. And Moshe hid his face, for he was afraid to look upon Elohim.
So Yahweh let him know, don't come near hither. Take your shoes off your feet, for this is Kadash ground. He said, moreover, then he started talking to this Hebrew man. Again, Yahweh makes himself known to the Hebrews. He talked to us.
Yes, he does.
So if anybody tells you,
today,
after you repented and been baptized in the name of Yahshua, that you can't hear Yahweh's voice, they're lying.
It's a lie.
There's something they don't understand, because Yahweh talks to us Hebrews. Why? Because he's leading us and directing us all the way to the kingdom. He's leading us and directing us.
Yes.
Stand up before his people.
Hallelujah.
And let his people know.
Hallelujah.
Call them back to him. All right. He says, moreover, he said, I am the mighty one, the Elohim of thy Abba, the Elohim of Abraham, who Yahweh said was the father of the Ibryi or Hebrews, the Elohim of Yitzchak, so that was Abraham's son, and the Elohim of Yaakov, so that was Abraham's grandson. And it said Moshe hid his face out of respect. He was afraid to look upon the mighty one, or Elohim. All right, let's go to Ezra, the 9th chapter. So Yahweh made himself known to the Hebrews, but today, the Hebrews as a nation know very little about Yahweh. They do not know who Abraham is.
I know, right?
They do not know that they are Hebrews as a nation.
The majority.
They think they are anybody else but them.
Right.
Ezra, the 9th chapter.
That's like it is, so they have to know.
Psalms. Ezra, the 9th chapter. And we want to read one verse, verse 7. So again, Yahweh made himself known to the Hebrews, but the Hebrews today as a nation don't know who Yahweh is. They don't know who Abraham is.
No, they don't.
They don't know who Isaac is. They don't know who Yaakov is. And the title of this series of Hebrew History Month is, Though Abraham be ignorant of us, and Israel acknowledge us not. And Yahweh is showing us through this series, there's a reason they don't acknowledge the majority of Israel as a nation, because they're not doing anything that Yahweh set up the nation of Israel or the nation of Hebrews to do. They don't look like Hebrews. They look like Goy Gentiles. They got blonde hair. They want to put on blue contact lenses. They want to cut their lips so they're smaller. Yahweh made them to have big lips. Well, then the Goy are modeling after them, and they're puffing up their lips with collagen and all kind of stuff. Puffing up their behinds and everything. And meanwhile, the nation of Israel, Abraham wouldn't recognize them. Or the ancient nation of Israel, the Hebrews today, because they're trying to cut their noses off. And you have some well-known people that have cut their noses so much they have disfigured themselves. Not understanding who they are. Trying to model after somebody else. So Abraham would be ignorant of these people. And the ancient nation of Israel would be ignorant of them. And seeing Hebrews with blonde hair. And they're pitch black. Ezra the 9th chapter. Let's read verse 7.
Hallelujah.
Since the days of our fathers have we been in a great trespass unto this day. And for our iniquities have we, our kings and our priests, been delivered into the hand of the kings of the lands, to the sword, to captivity, and to a spoil, and to confusion of face, as it is this day.
Yahweh says, today, the nation of Hebrews, which is the same thing as the nation of Israel, are confused.
Yes, they are.
Confusion of face. Confusion as to their identity. Confusion as to how they're supposed to be, how they're supposed to act, what they're supposed to do. And I engaged in a conversation this week with a brother, and he wants to try to tell us how we shouldn't be speaking Hebrew words because, you know, people in the audience might not understand the Hebrew words. Well, all they need to do, as we read and as they go along, we say the English words along with them. We're not going back, we're going forward.
Hallelujah.
And Yahweh told us to stand up and start saying Hebrew words.
That's right.
We might not be saying them 100% correct, but he let us know we are not Japhethites.
Right, right.
We're not Hamites. So we're going to stand up and say what
Praise the Almighty for what thus says Yahweh.
And whoever is in the audience and they're getting confused, if they don't have sense enough to come up and say, oh, what was that word that you used? But Yahweh already has us fixed to where we're saying the English words already.
Right.
So that's coming at the heart of what Yahweh told us to do. So naturally, when Shelomah heard that, shield of faith went up.
Yep.
The cotton went in my ears.
Right, right.
I listen respectfully.
That's it.
But I understand what Yahweh told us to do.
Hallelujah.
I understand that's why we have these captions on the screen.
Yep.
To let you know what the English word is and what the Hebrew word is.
That right.
Now, if you don't want to learn it, that's on you.
Okay.
But we understand what Yahweh's told us to do.
Mission for Yah.
And we're not backing up off of it.
No,
Matter of fact,
we're
we're pushing it harder.
And moving forward.
So that's just a clue to us to let us know we're on the right track.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
All right, I'm not upset with the brother, but
No.
the thing is, people don't understand what Yahweh's told you to do.
That's right.
This is Hebrew History Month. That's why we're standing up and we're letting the Hebrews know who they are.
Hallelujah.
What they're supposed to be doing, and let them know as a nation.
Right.
The Hebrews are confused.
Yes, they are.
It says, since the days of our Abba have we been in a great trespass
Yes,
unto
we
this
have.
land. For our iniquities have we, our Melech and our Kohenah, been delivered into the hand of the Melech of the land, to the sword, to captivity, and to a spoil, and to confusion of face, as it is this Yowm.
Just look around.
So if this brother don't want to wear garb, which we don't really know what the Hebrew garb was, but we know it wasn't an anglicized business suit. All right? We know it wasn't these big gangster-looking clothes that people wear. All right? I was over on Divine today and just kind of looking at the people who haven't been stripped of their heritage.
Right, right.
So Yahweh gives us some clues.
Yes, he does.
And there are certain things we understand that the Hebrews would not wear. Like there are some that they have their shoulders out and different things like that. Well, the Hebrews were not uncovering themselves. Like the women, they may have something draped over themselves, but you see their shoulders and you see their midriff. We understand that wasn't a Hebrew thing.
Okay.
All right? So we can get as close as we can. And Yahweh respects that.
Yes, he does. That's all he asks.
But the nation is confused.
Yes, we are.
So if this brother doesn't want to wear what he calls Hebrew garb, he calls it a long gown, and frowning on the brothers that wear that, then don't wear it.
Right, that's on him.
All right? But I respect a brother coming up in here and if he wants to wear something and calls himself trying to get into something like Yahweh made. Because he did make some gowns for the Kohenah. And he said when they go up the stairs to the altar, he put some breeches up under them so that they wouldn't be naked up under them.
Right.
So again, you have people, they mean well, but they don't understand what Yahweh's told you to do.
Right.
And I got this up on my head, and it's got the where we stand and we pray. And there'll be people that look at this show and they won't like that.
Right.
And I got the gold bracelet.
I know, right?
You know, like we did the series on Ellen White. So they'll be, oh, she wearing this and this and this. Listen to the word. If
Listen what God says, Yahweh.
Get something out of this.
Yep.
As the Ruach has had me say before, flip the channel. But I'm just using that as an example.
Right. Praise be to the mighty
Brother
Yah.
meant very well.
Yep.
And I totally respect him.
Okay.
When you go to telling me what Yahweh is
God says, Yahweh,
and going to give me your opinion about it,
now that's all it is.
I'll listen to your opinion.
Right.
But I done turned you off as far as that area.
Right.
All right.
I won't be rude to you.
No.
All right? Because I understand the nation is confused.
Yes.
And you're among a bunch of Gentiles.
Yeah.
And they're dressing, you know, and got all this hanging out and that hanging out. Got this so tight and can't hardly walk. Then then naturally that would be, you know.
Yep, we are in that
and
nation.
just having among the nation of Israel, men that don't know, they got this thing about their pants hanging off their behind.
Yeah, right. Y'all right, Ron.
Come on now, speak it.
The one that was mentioning this to me had their pants hanging off their behind. They had to tell them a couple of times, look, I see your underwear, you need to pull your pants up.
Right.
I said it respectfully.
Right.
Like, that ain't cute.
No, it's not.
All right.
It's not.
They're confused.
Not to a true
All right, let's
Israel.
go to Psalms 44.
Hallelujah.
So we love all men.
Yes, we do.
But when they go to encroaching on territory that they don't know nothing about, then we just respectfully disagree.
That right?
44. Ever since I came to the temple and found out I could wear long dresses and be comfortable, ooh, boy, Yahweh set me free.
Praise the Lord.
Yeah. And to cover my head too, praise
All
Yahweh.
right. Ain't have to look like no
Praise the
hoochie mama
mighty
no more.
God. Hallelujah. I'm not going back. Psalms
Right.
44, let's read one verse, verse 15.
Hallelujah.
My confusion is continually before me, and the shame of my face hath covered me.
All right, this is the nation of Israel's state.
Yep.
Here's Dawid. When he had got in error, he's saying this. Hey, my confusion is continually before me, and unless we listen to Yahweh,
That's it.
the Elohim of the Hebrews,
That
because
right?
we are Hebrews, we will always be confused.
Uh-huh.
We will always be trying to model after somebody or do something that somebody, and they might be saying something is not bad, but the bottom line is, you got a creator that can
What
tell you
thus says
exactly.
Yahweh?
Why would you want to be somewhat like these people that call Iysh,
Right.
when you can hit the nail on the head, when you can be the bullseye?
Hallelujah.
You don't have to be a cheap imitation anymore.
Oh no, we the real deal.
So I don't have to be a cheap imitation anymore.
No, we the real
People
deal.
say, okay, well, Strong's is not this and this and this. Well, you should really use Vine, or you should use the what is it, the theological something of the Old Testament, or you use Brig driver this and this and this. Hey, we're gonna use what we got.
That's right.
We'll use some Brig drivers. We'll use some theological Old Testament whatever. But we're gonna put it on the screen. And if it's not correct, paleo, we'll get there. But the bottom line is, when you see the English up there, you're going to see the Hebrew or whatever Yahweh is showing us.
That's right.
Till we get to that point.
That's right. Till he take moving
Not backing
forward.
up off of it.
And pray
All right?
for understanding.
Not going on
Let's
man's.
go to Jeremiah, the 3rd chapter.
Praise be to the
So
mighty God.
Abraham would be ignorant of the nation of Hebrews today.
Oh yeah.
And the nation of Israel would not acknowledge the Hebrews today. Why? Jeremiah, the 3rd chapter.
He just said they done lost their mind.
That's right. Too busy trying to be like the slave master.
Right.
Jeremiah 3 and verse 25.
Hallelujah.
We lie down in our shame, and our confusion covereth us. For we have sinned against Yahweh our Elohim, we and our fathers, from our youth even unto this day, and have not obeyed the voice of Yahweh our
That's
So
Elohim.
Abraham would be ignorant of the nation of Hebrews today, and Israel would not acknowledge them. Why? It says, we lie down in our shame. Now this is before those of us that have converted and come back to Yahweh know Yahweh. And if after we convert, we still want to hang on to the old man and be the same that we were, then you're still lying down in shame.
Right.
Yahweh came to take the shame away.
Gotta give it all
It says,
up.
and our confusion covers us, but we have hata'ah against Yahweh our Elohim. We and our Abba, from our youth even unto this Yowm, and have not obeyed the voice of Yahweh our Elohim. Well, we're about obedience now.
That right.
That's what this Hebrew History Month is for. It's about obedience.
That's
it's about standing up and showing what Yahweh's standard is in the earth,
Hallelujah.
and performing that standard to the best of our ability.
That's it.
And leaning upon
That's
Yahweh.
all y'all ask of us.
Leaning upon Yahshua.
That's it.
Leaning upon his power source that he put within us.
It, the
Ruach
comfort of
HaKodesh,
Kadesh.
to represent Yahweh righteously in this
Hallelujah.
generation.
Hallelujah.
All right? The time out for confusion is gone.
I know, for those who know Yahweh,
We've been there, we've done that, we're not going back.
not going back, we're moving
Hosea
forward.
And start at verse 6. So Abraham would be ignorant of the nation of the Hebrews today. And Israel would not acknowledge them. Why? Because they're confused. You can look at them and tell they're confused.
Yep.
Hosea 4, let's start at verse 6, please.
My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge.
Yep.
Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me, seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy Elohim. I will also forget thy children.
Why would Abraham and the nation of Israel be ignorant of the Hebrews today? It says, Yahweh says, my am.
I know, right?
Of the nation of Hebrews,
that's right.
It's the same as the nation of Israel. They're destroyed for lack of yada, knowledge. So we forgot all about our culture. You got some people putting a little dot of something on the corner of their head.
Okay.
That's what the mikvah is supposed to look like. Then you got some other people. Okay, they have something that looks more like it. All right, but the bottom line is we're supposed to have mikvahs on. All right, head coverings.
Right.
And not just at the temple. When you go throughout the day.
Right.
All right. It says, my people are destroyed for lack of yada because they rejected yada, knowledge. Yahweh is telling us how he wants us to be and who we are.
Right.
The Hebrews. Then there's people who want to stand up and reject what Yahweh is telling them. They got in their comfort zone.
Right.
Or they're looking at what people think and all right, so if you wear this, garb on the Shabbat, people gonna think, who cares what people think?
Who cares? Don't he say don't have cares in this world?
To throw out
too much.
so we can stop thinking about what people think and think about what Yahweh thinks and what he knows. He says, because you rejected knowledge, the knowledge that he's sharing with us, he said, I'm going to reject you.
Yes, he has.
You shall be no Kohen to me, seeing you have forgotten the Torah of thy Elohim. I will also forget thy land. That's what happened to the nation of Hebrews.
That's what's happening to us.
That's why Abraham would be ignorant of them today.
Right.
And the nation of Israel, the Hebrews of long ago, would be ignorant of the Hebrews today.
Okay.
Verse 7.
As they were increased, so they sinned against me. Therefore I will change their glory into shame.
So they got all big-headed and
right.
up, talking about, we the people of Yahweh.
I know, right?
Oh, I'm this and I'm that.
Yeah.
So Yahweh said, as they were increased, so they hata against me.
Right.
Therefore I changed their kabod into shame. That's what happened.
Look at us today.
So Abraham would be ignorant of the Hebrews today, and the nation would not acknowledge him. Why? Because the Hebrews are the tail and not the head.
Right.
They are the tail. Let's go to Deuteronomy 28.
Praise the mighty Yah.
Praise.
But we are the head now that we know
Like the
Yahweh.
scum of the earth today. That's why Abraham wouldn't know him. Deuteronomy 28.
But he has redeemed us.
And we're going to start at verse 43. Deuteronomy 28.
Hallelujah.
Verse 43.
The stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee very high, and thou shalt come down very low.
This is talking about who the Hebrews are.
Right.
He said, the stranger that's among you going to get up above you very high. You shall come down very low.
Right.
Whatever the Hebrews need, they go into the corner store, or they go into some Gentile somewhere to get what they need, whether they want a house or whether they want money or whether they want a car. The strangers gotten up above them very high.
Yes, they have. Thus says
now
Yahweh.
they are the tail and not the head.
Right.
And they have come down very low.
Yes, they have.
All right, I was talking to a brother, and he's talking about how in certain neighborhoods you got vacant lots. They tear the house down or the house fall down.
Right.
Because you done had the Gentiles and all kind of people living in the house. And the last one that goes over to live in the house are the Hebrews.
By
that time, it's just a shack. So then when it falls down, you got all these vacant lots next to the other buildings.
Right.
Why? Because they come down very low. All right, verse 44.
He shall lend to thee, and thou shalt not lend to him. He shall be the head, and thou shalt be the tail.
All right, so the nation of Israel as a whole is a tail now.
Yep, thus says Yahweh.
They're going to the bank. They're going to different and this man got this ignorant commercial on there, and got some white Gentile singing something about if you want a loan, what is the name? JG. And that just it's so ignorant. I even put something on TV and let them know. I'm glad you're appealing to this low-level people.
That's it.
Because your commercial is just so ignorant and backwards. I would never in life get anything from you.
Right.
But you got this Gentile on there and got the hat backwards and yeah. It's just and you have to laugh at it, but the Hebrews have come down so low.
Right.
And what it is subconsciously the world knows they're supposed to be following the Hebrews.
That's right.
That's why you have all these people with their pants.
That's right. They follow the negative part of the Hebrews.
Wearing skin-tight clothes and everything because they are following the Hebrews, but the Hebrews as a nation are the tail.
Right.
And that's why you have all this negative stereotype out here.
Right.
Said he'll lend to you and you shall not lend to him. He'll be the head and you shall be the tail, and the nation of Israel is the tail.
Yes, we are.
45.
Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee, and shall pursue thee, and overtake thee, till thou be destroyed, because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of Yahweh thy Elohim, to keep his commandments and his statutes, which he commanded thee.
46.
And they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever.
So Hebrews could just be standing on the corner.
Right.
And then if you just come, poop, pick them off. Poop, just shoot them. Used to be years ago when they would be hanging Hebrews on trees.
Right.
Right? But it says, more of all these curses have come upon the Hebrews.
Yes, they have.
Running them down and overtaking them
Yes, they are. Look around our neighborhood.
until they be destroyed. Why? Because they turn their back on Yahweh.
That's it.
It says, because you shamar not unto the voice of Yahweh thy Elohim to shamar his mitzvah and his statutes which he sabbath thee. And they shall be upon thee as his nation for a sign and a wonder, and upon your seed forever. And it was on us until we turned back to Yahweh. So the world is upside down with the Hebrews as the tail. Go to Isaiah or YHWH 29. The world is upside down with the Hebrews as the tail. Yet the Hebrews as a nation today think it's right side up. Why? Because they don't know who they are.
That's right. Confusion.
I'm sorry, Isaiah 29.
Praise be to the
They
mighty
think it's
God.
right side up.
Right?
Isaiah
Think
29.
all is well.
Let's start at verse 13, please.
Hallelujah.
It's upside down. The world is upside down. With the Hebrews as a tail.
Right.
Isaiah 29 and 13.
Wherefore Yahweh said, for as much as this people draw near me with their mouth and with their lips do honor me, but have removed their heart far from me, and their fear toward me is taught by the precept of man.
So they're listening to man.
Right.
Focusing on man, and whatever man says, they go with that.
Right.
That's wherefore Yahweh Amar, for as much as I am, he's talking about the Hebrews drawing near me with their mouth, and their lips kabod me, but they removed their pay, their mind far from me. And their respect toward me is taught by the precept of Adam. Whatever man says, okay, this is how you should be, this is how you should do.
Right.
And before we opened up the sermon, the sister was talking about how somebody going to tell her, see, you call yourself a believer, you call yourself this and this and this. And one of the most hateful people in the world, probably don't even read the Bible, don't go nowhere to study, but then going to come and try to tell her or tell us how somebody that's serving Yahweh should be.
Right.
This is how people do. This is how the world does. All right? And they've been taught by the precept of men, And then they think you're supposed to be ignorant just like the rest of the world. But hey, Yahweh woke us up.
Yes, it is. Praise
Light
be to
bulb is
the
on.
That's
All right,
right.
our eyes are open. Praise Yahweh.
Yes.
We understand we are Hebrews.
Yes.
We're going to tell everybody that we come in contact
That's
with
right.
who we are, and we know how to hook them back up with the Creator.
That's our duty.
All right, verse 14.
Therefore, behold, I will proceed to do a marvelous work among this people, even a marvelous work and a wonder. For the wisdom of their wise men shall perish, and the understanding of their prudent men shall be hid.
15.
Woe unto them that seek deep to hide their counsel from Yahweh, and their works are in the dark. And they say, who seeth us? And who knoweth us?
Yahweh sees you, and Yahweh knows you.
Right.
Yahweh, he said, I'm doing a marvelous work among this people, the Hebrews. A marvelous work. People look at them and shake their head and
Right.
they wonder what in the world is going on.
I know.
Hey, they cursed themselves by turning their back on Yahweh.
That's it.
They wonder how in the world they get so backward. Well, when Yahweh comes and wakes you up, you realize, oh, I see what happened.
Right, right.
All right, verse 16.
Surely your turning of things upside down shall be esteemed as the potter's clay. For shall the work say of him that made it, he made me not? Or shall the thing framed say of him that is framed, that framed it, he had no understanding?
All right, says, surely you're turning of things upside down. Again, Yahweh's the one that made them the tail.
Right, right.
He set them up to be the head,
Yep.
but they thought they're just going to be the head and not do what Yahweh said.
Uh-huh.
And Yahweh made them the scum of the earth.
Yep.
Says, surely as a nation, your turning of things upside down shall be esteemed as the potter's clay. For shall the work say of him that made it, he had not made me? Or shall the thing framed say of him that framed it, framed it, he have no being? So the Hebrews today defiantly stand up against Yahweh by telling him they are not Hebrews.
Right.
Let's go to Acts, the 17th chapter. They want no part of being Hebrews.
I know, right?
Acts 17.
Best identity you can have.
You can't be nothing but yourself. But there are people out in the world trying to be something other than themselves.
Right, right.
The saying goes, you can run real far, but no matter where you go, there you are.
Right.
If you don't know who you are, then you be running in circles. Acts 17 and verse 5. With you going in circles. Acts 17, verse 5.
Hallelujah.
But the Jews which believed not, moved with envy, took unto them certain lewd fellows of the baser sort, and gathered a company, and set all the city on an uproar, and assaulted the house of Jason, and sought to bring them out to the people.
Now this is talking about the Hebrews now.
Right.
And the Yadim which believe not.
Right, right.
That don't want to be Hebrews. Oh, you can deny it all you want. You're still a Hebrew.
Right.
More move with envy against the people that were standing up, letting them know, yeah, you are Hebrew.
Right, right.
This description fits you to a T.
Yeah.
You can deny it all you want. It took unto them certain lewd fellows of the baser sort, and gathered a company, and set all the city on an uproar, and assaulted High of Jason, and sought to bring them out to Yowm. So they sought to bring these Hebrews out, who were standing up letting people know they are Hebrews.
Right.
All right, they didn't want to be no Hebrew.
Right.
But you are what you are, no matter what. Verse 6.
And when they found them not, they drew Jason and certain brethren unto the rulers of the city, crying, these that have turned the world upside down are come hither also.
So they were so used to being the tail. When the Hebrews, Yahweh sent his people, just like he's sending us on the scene,
Hallelujah.
to tell you, hey, no, you're supposed to be the head and not the tail. They accuse them of turning the world upside down. They got so comfortable with people stepping on them and them being spiritually dead and spiritually ignorant. And people can get comfortable like that.
Oh yeah, look at us.
And wanting somebody to lead them like they can't think for themselves and do for themselves. When they found them not, they drew Yahshua and certain off unto the rulers of the city, crying, these have turned the world upside down. They are come hither also, but they were trying to turn the world right side up by telling the truth.
That's it.
Yahweh set up.
That's
and
it.
get them back in right standing with Yahweh. Let's go to Isaiah, the 1st chapter, or Yahshua. So the Hebrews today think that the land of Israel belongs to somebody else.
I know, right?
Again, it's upside down.
I
They
know,
think it's
right?
right side up with the land belonging to somebody else.
I know, right?
But it doesn't. The Hebrews as a nation think the land of Israel belongs to somebody else.
I know,
Isaiah, 1st chapter. Just as blind, deaf, and dumb. And only Yahweh can get those scales off
That's
their
the only
eyes.
one to
That's
do
what
it.
this Hebrew history month special is about.
Yep.
Rip the cover off.
Hallelujah.
Isaiah 1 and verse 7.
Your country is desolate. Your cities are burned with fire. Your land, strangers devour it in your presence. And it is desolate, as overthrown by strangers.
All right, here's Yahweh talking about the land of Israel. It said, your country's desolate. Why? Because our forefathers got kicked out of it. That's what it means. Desolate means you're not in it. Your cities are burned with fire. Your land, strangers devoured in your presence. You can hear some dead Hebrews standing around talking about, yeah, you know, the Palestinians and you know, the Jewish people, they're over there fighting. And have no clue.
That's
they're fighting over their land. That's the Hebrews' land. Yeah, you know, they had a bomber over there and this and this and this. And you know, they're just clueless. They're just looking at it, watching the news, and don't know that it's their land. Says, they devoured in your presence, and it is desolate as overthrown by strangers. They're all strangers over there.
They are.
That little pocket over in Dimona and a few other little Hebrew camps that went back over there. But other than that, strangers are in the land.
That's right. That's who ruled it.
All right, verse 8.
And the daughter of Zion is left as a cottage in a vineyard, as a lodge in a garden of cucumbers, as a besieged city.
So Yahweh said it's the land of Israel is under siege. But the Hebrews, as a nation, looking at it and not even realizing what's happening. People over there fighting over our land. Everybody is claiming the land of Israel, but the nation of Hebrews. Who are the Hebrews? All right, go to Genesis, the 28th chapter. Hebrews today don't know Yahweh gave the Hebrew nation through Abraham the land to pass it on to them. He gave Abraham the land of Israel to pass it on to them. That's why you have so many people throwing around Abraham or Abraham's name and claiming to be descended from him, claiming to be related to him. Why? Because they want to get the blessings that Yahweh put on the Hebrews. Abraham, Genesis 28, let's read verse 13, please.
Hallelujah.
And behold, Yahweh stood above it and said, I am Yahweh Elohim of Abraham, thy father, and the Elohim of Iyshshah. The land whereon thou liest, to thee will I give it, and to thy seed.
All right, so here is Yahweh is talking to Yaakov, who was Abraham's grandson. He's saying, behold, it's really Yahshua standing up above that ladder, that ladder to reach to Shemayim, or heaven. And Amar, I am Yahweh the Elohim of Abraham thy Abba, and the Elohim of Yitzchak, the land whereon thou liest, to thee will I give it, and to thy seed. So we're talking about the land of Israel. They were calling it the land of Canaan. We're talking about the land of Israel. Deuteronomy, the 11th chapter. But he had already given it to his father.
Hallelujah.
His grandfather. His grandfather Abraham. Deuteronomy 11, verse 24. Now he reiterates that he's given it to the Hebrews.
Hallelujah.
Deuteronomy 11, verse 24.
Every place whereon the sole of your feet shall tread shall be yours. From the wilderness and Lebanon, from the river Euphrates, even unto the uttermost sea shall your coast be.
So here's Yahweh talking about to the nation of Hebrews, which is the nation of Israel. Every place wherein the soles of your feet shall tread shall be yours. From the wilderness and Lebanon, from the river Euphrates, even to the uttermost sea coast shall be yours. We'll go to Acts the 7th chapter.
Praise our Yahweh.
Hallelujah. He's just reiterating. He gave it to the Hebrews.
That's it.
And at this present time, the strangers over there
That's right.
swallowed up the land. And they think that they can keep it, but they can't. Acts 7th chapter.
Not what thus says Yahweh.
Yahweh is just biding his time because he's got a timetable
That's right.
and a schedule.
You can't violate his Torah.
And on schedule,
Yep.
he's going to get them all up out of there.
Oh yeah, it
Acts
is written.
7 and verse 5.
Hallelujah.
And he gave him none inheritance in it, no, not so much as to set his foot on. Yet he promised that he would give it to him for possession, and to his seed after him, when as yet he had no children.
He's talking about Abraham right here.
Right.
And he's letting you know in the Kadosh Barit,
Right.
the new covenant. He gave him none inheritance in it, no, not so much as to set his foot on. Yet he promised that he would give it to him for possession. And you can read in the Zignabarit, the Old Testament, and read over here in the New Testament. He's talking about Abraham.
Yes,
he
he
gave
is.
it to. Talking about the land of Israel.
Right.
He gave it to him for possession, and to his seed after him, when as yet he had no zakat, no child.
Right.
And so again, all these strangers claiming about the land of Israel, I'm telling you, they throw out Abraham's name. Oh, they regular.
Oh, yeah.
Abraham was our this, and Abraham was our that.
Right.
Everybody except the real nation of Hebrews.
I know, right?
They're clueless.
Say it.
All right. Let's go to Psalms 33. So the Hebrews today say they're everything but Hebrews.
I know, right?
They say they're Methodists, they're Baptists, they're Catholics, they're Seventh-day Adventists, they're Jehovah's Witnesses, they're African,
Okay.
they're Egyptian, they're African American,
Right.
Jamaican,
Right.
Haitian. They do not want to be Hebrews. They go to church on the first day of the week
Y'all right.
instead to the temple on the 7th day. They call Yahweh G-O-D
I know,
and
right?
Yahshua J-E-S-U-S.
Okay.
And now I want to read this article. Constantine and the Sabbath Change. And this is by Professor Walter J. Veith, V-E-I-T-H, and it's dated April 23rd, 2010. And it reads, Sunday was transformed from a pagan to Christian day of worship in part due to Constantine's contributions in the 4th century AD. Sunday actually made very little headway as a Christian day of worship until the time of Constantine in the 4th century. Constantine was emperor of Rome from AD 306 to 337. He was a sun worshiper during the first years of his reign. Later, he professed conversion to Christianity, but at heart remained a devotee of the sun. Edward Gibbon says, the sun was universally celebrated as the invincible guide and a protector of Constantine. Constantine created the earliest Sunday law known to history in AD 321. It says this, on the venerable day of the sun, let the magistrates and people residing in cities rest, and let all workshops be closed. In the country, however, persons engaged in agriculture may freely and lawfully continue their pursuits, because it often happens that another day is not suitable for grain sowing or for vine planting, lest by neglecting the proper moment for such operations, the bounty of heaven should be lost. Chambers' Encyclopedia says this, unquestionably the first law, either ecclesiastical or civil, by which the sabbatical observance of that day is known to have been ordained is the Edict of Constantine, 321 AD. It says, following this initial legislation, both emperors and popes in succeeding centuries added other laws to strengthen Sunday observance. What began as a pagan ordinance ended as a Christian regulation. Close to the heels of the Edict of Constantine followed the Catholic Church Council of Laodicea in 364 AD. And they said, Christians should not Judaize and be idle on Saturday, in parentheses, Sabbath, but shall work on that day. But the Lord's day they shall especially honor, and being Christians shall, if possible, do no work on that day. If, however, they are found Judaizing, they shall be shut out from Christ. So you see that?
Straight line.
Straight line.
Okay.
All right, we're in Psalms 33. So the Hebrews today do not want to be Hebrews, but everybody else does.
Right.
Psalms 33.
Know the blessings.
Psalms 33 and one verse 12.
Hallelujah.
The Hebrews today do not want to be Hebrews, but everybody else does.
I know,
Psalm
right?
33, verse 12.
Blessed is the nation whose Elohim is Yahweh, and the people whom he had chosen for his own inheritance.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Right? This is why they want to be you.
Right.
This is why they don't want you to wake up.
Right.
Said Barak is Ha-Go'i, whose Elohim is Yahweh, and Ha-Am, whom he hath chosen for his own inheritance.
Yes.
But these people are retarded or something. They think they just gonna say they're the Hebrews.
Right.
And then Yahweh is gonna,
I know.
they're gonna force Yahweh to respect that.
I know, right?
People, I don't know, people, they don't think. But that's why everybody else wants to be you.
Right.
Because you are a blessed nation.
Yes, we are.
Because Yahweh is your mighty one.
Yes, he is.
Let's go to Romans the 11th chapter. So these same people tell the Hebrews there's no way they could be Hebrews.
I know, right?
Romans 11.
You don't know no better. Can't tell us that.
But it is Yahweh who describes his people.
Yes.
The Hebrews. And he tells us the pitiful state that they're supposed to be in. That they are in today in modern times.
Hallelujah.
Romans 11.
Hallelujah.
We'll start at verse 1. And you have some telling you, it's no more, Israel.
I know, right?
Hebrews. They say the Christians. that's what Yahweh's dealing with now. No.
Nope.
He not. Never was.
Never have.
Never will be.
Never.
Right? Romans 11. And here's Yahweh describing the Hebrews and the pitiful state that they would be in modern times.
Okay.
Romans 11. Let's read verse 1.
Hallelujah.
I say then, hath Elohim cast away his people? Yahweh forbid. For I also am an Israelite of the seed of Abraham, of the tribe of Benjamin.
So you have people saying, you don't have to deal with Israel. You don't need to find out whether you're a Hebrew or not. That's a lie.
Right.
Here is Shaul, and we're in the Zignar Barit.
Right.
Kadosh Barit, right? New Testament. It says, I say then, have Elohim cast away the Hebrews? Has he cast away the nation of Israel? No, he hasn't. He's still dealing with them.
Yep.
It says, Elohim forbid, for I also am a Yisraelite, Yisraeli. And Yahweh's going to show us there's people that have stolen that name. They call themselves Yisraeli.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Of the seed of Abraham, of the tribe of Benjamin. So those tribes and everything matter.
Yes, they do.
Okay? You might not know 100%, but he said that the tribe of Yehuda would be in the north country.
Hallelujah.
It's a pretty good bet if you haven't come over here from Jamaica or Haiti or whatever.
Right.
If your family was slaves brought over to the and now we're up north now.
Y'all ride.
So I'm still down south. I came from South Carolina, but now my family moved up north.
Right.
And I know they came over in the slave ships.
That's right.
And South Carolina is right there on the coast where the slaves would
like it is, Rod.
So it's a pretty good bet that I am of the tribe of Yehuda.
Yeah, we know we up is of the tribe.
Could be Lewi, and it could be Yehuda. All right, the priestly tribe. And you can kind of tell when you're the priestly tribe because you want to be at the temple every week.
Hallelujah.
You got that straight arrow.
That right.
Ruach.
That
You
DNA.
just love the word and you just want to hear
Hallelujah. Praise the mighty
You
God.
understand? So that's a blessing that Yahweh put that in
Yes,
you.
it is.
All right. So Yahweh has not cast away
No, he has not.
Israel. He hadn't cast away the Hebrews, verse 2.
Elohim hath not cast away his people, which he foreknew. Wot ye not what the scripture saith of Elijah, how he maketh intercessions to Elohim against Israel, saying,
Verse 3.
Yahweh, they have killed thy prophets and digged down thy altars, and I am left alone, and they seek my life.
He said, be encouraged. You may only see a few here.
Right, right.
Yahweh said, hey, I got people all over the world.
Yes, he
All
does.
right?
He
Hebrews that have awakened. Now the nation as a whole is asleep.
Right.
It said, Elohim had not cast away his hand. I'm talking about the Hebrews which he foreknew. He didn't make himself known to them and make himself known who they were. And that's why you got everybody and their mama and their daddy, sister,
right.
brother, cousin, uncle, aunt, wanting to claim to be a Hebrew
Yeah.
and claim to be you. Because Yahweh hadn't cast them away. It says there was a Layil where he thought he was the only one left.
Uh-huh.
But he said, Yahweh, they killed your Nabi, they dig down your altars, and I am left alone, and they seek my Kai. Well, Yahweh had to give him a reality check.
Right.
I got 7,000.
I know,
And
right?
haven't bowed the knee. So just because
Hallelujah.
this temple may be what people call a small,
Huh.
Yahweh got more than 7,000, I'm sure, that haven't bowed the knee.
Hallelujah.
So let's not go to flattering ourselves and patting ourselves on the back. Oh yeah, you know, and this so you don't know how many Yahweh has, but he has enough to do the job.
Yes, he does.
Our job is just stand up and do the
That's
job.
it. Praise
You
the
do.
mighty Yah.
You stand up and be the Hebrewess
That he called you to
that
be.
he called you to be. That's right. And stop trying to blend in. You can't blend in.
That's right.
All right. Skip down to verse 7.
What then? Israel hath not obtained that which he seeketh for, but the election hath obtained it, and the rest were blinded.
So Yahweh is letting us know now.
Hallelujah.
The nation of Israel, the nation of Hebrews are in a pitiful condition.
Yeah.
As a whole, they're blind to who they
All
are.
right.
All right.
They'll stand up and tell you, no, I don't want to speak no stinking Hebrew. You ain't speaking no Hebrew. Look, just call him by this, English name, or don't call him at all. No, I don't want to go to the temple on the Shabbat. I don't want to know nothing about no Shabbat. All right? That's the nation of Hebrews right there.
Right.
But he said the election, there's a few who have obtained it
Hallelujah.
that heard Yahweh when he was
That's
calling
right.
and woke up and accepted. Oh, Yahweh, this sure sounds a lot like my peeps. This sounds a lot like people arguing and fighting and
I know, right?
and not listening to what somebody tell them to do and loving that pork. To the tuna. This sure sounds like my people up in here. And guess what? Yahweh showed us that it was.
Hallelujah.
All right, verse 8.
According as it is written, Elohim had given them the ruach of slumber,
Yeah.
eyes that they should not see, and ears that they should not hear, unto this day.
So Yahweh gave the nation of Israel. He put them to sleep.
Yeah.
Why? Because when they were awake, they didn't want to be Hebrews.
Disobedience.
They wanted to do what they wanted to do,
Right.
and they'll then still say, yeah, Yahweh's my father, and and Yahshua, and so Yahweh is leading me and guiding me, and breaking the Shabbat,
That's a lie.
and acting like all the nations that were surrounding them,
That's
dressing
right.
like them, acting like them. I was talking to a brother, and and I still use profanity. See, that's all right, you. and again, I was just respectful. I was
right.
going to go in one
Done
ear
this,
and out the other.
right?
You know what I'm saying? But Yahweh gave me a pure language. He
Hallelujah.
gave all the Hebrews that are standing up for himself a pure language.
That right.
So it's not proper for me to stand up talking about, excuse my French.
I know, right?
When I went to these Gentile schools, they taught me French. I understand when you're using profanity, that's not French.
Right.
That's using that language where those wizards mutter and peep. That's using gutter language.
Okay.
Where you just haven't turned that over to Yahweh so he can correct your speech.
That right?
Praise Yahweh.
And that is not something you just go, yeah, you know, because I just, no. That's something that you're supposed to turn over to Yahweh.
Say, take
Get
that
up out of your mouth.
That's right.
Yes.
That's right.
Yes.
It takes practice because
Yes, it does.
we were so long entrenched in that thing.
Yes, we were.
Yes. Yes.
And just being ignorant, just wanting to sound like everybody else.
I know, right?
And then the devil leads you to believe that, all right, when you say these words profanity, then, you know, that carries some weight with the people out in the street. Again, when you're the tail, you think backwards.
Yep. Praise the mighty Yah.
So Yahweh has given the nation of Israel the spirit of slumber.
Yes,
Eyes that they don't see.
They do not.
Ears that they don't hear. When it's talking about spiritual things.
That right?
When you stand up and tell them they're Hebrews, and this Black History Month is talking about you as a Hebrew,
I know, right?
they will tell you, go somewhere, I don't want to hear you.
Right.
I don't want to hear that. But guess what? Yahweh going to make you hear it because he wants everybody to have a fair opportunity, a fair chance to repent, to convert, and be healed. And won't anybody be able to stand up and say, I didn't know, Father.
Right.
Nobody ever told me. And he's going to tell you, you're lying.
Right.
Don't come with that lying. All right? Let's go to Revelation, the 2nd chapter.
Hallelujah.
So Yahweh says people will be lying when they claim that they're Hebrews.
I know, right?
And now, it's like the sodomite rainbow. We go to Revelation, the 2nd chapter.
I know, right?
They claim the Hebrews are a Babylonian united federation of tribes. They say they got the Mexican tribe.
I know, right?
They got the Chinese tribe. They got the Indian tribe. One of these groups has more financial wealth, that's a larger and a more visible voice to broadcast their lie to the world.
Okay.
All right? Most of them don't have that finance.
Right.
To where they can put it out worldwide.
Right.
Revelation 2, let's read verse 9.
Hallelujah.
I know thy works, and tribulation, and poverty, but thou art rich. And I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan.
So Yahweh said,
Thus
there's
says
some people
Yahweh.
standing up lying, claiming that they're Hebrew.
Hallelujah.
He said, I have yada thy works in tribulation and poverty, but you're rich.
Yep.
Got him on the TV begging, talking about, yeah, you know, bring these people back, and you know, and this project this and project that.
You don't know. Don't tell me Negro, that's nothing. What were you before the white man named you a Negro? And where were you? And what did you have? What was yours? What language did you speak then? What was your name? It couldn't have been Smith or Jones or Bunch or Howard. That wasn't your name. They don't have those kind of names where you and I came from. No, what was your name?
Who are you? You don't know who you are. My brother's busy riding clean, trying to live ghetto stars, while I struggle in black queens with kids, no fathers, on welfare at the